times back, but over time, we have kept evolving. That's from Excel. Now we have Microsoft Project, of which I think there are some who still use it, and now we have advanced to Primavera P6. So for the Excel, as you can see on the right side, we have the activities. Down there, we have the dates. On the upper side, we have just the naming of the project. And also we have these elements showing which shows the task that will be done, then the duration, and also for the Excel, the only issue I find is when you want to have to show the relationship. We want to show the relationship of the one activity to the other. We like in construction, there are some projects. There are some most of the activities you find the relationship is start to finish. That when you that is finished to start. By that I mean once you finish this task, you can now start another task. And also there's other task that goes hand in hand. That is, they run concurrently. So for this, you find that for the Excel, you are not in that position to show. Although if the duration is the same, like for this one is the works is builders work versus electric work. So you see the works will be running concurrently. So that's one of the scheduling tool that we have. We also would like to showcase the one for using Microsoft projects. I presume you can still see this one as well. So this one is using the Microsoft project. Uh, Let me enlarge so that you can have a clear view of it. These are when you use the Microsoft project, which ideally is not, there's no much difference when you are using Microsoft project and the one for P6. It's only that for P6, it's more advanced comparing to Microsoft project. So let me, hope you have seen that one. Let me go back. So on to whatever we were to have a discussion around is Primavera P6. And just for the introduction for Primavera P6 is a software that you use to do the scheduling of the project. I don't know at this particular, I need to be guided by Greenbuild if I can open the software and just take you through the whole presentation, because that what will be training on, because I had prepared for the presentation and now I have the software. For the presentation is just showing the course outline, how we'll start. For a start, we'll start with the setting up of the software. That's how I'll teach on how to install the software in your computer or laptop. After that, we'll go into now starting our dummy project. We have a small project. We make a dummy project of any kind, and I'll choose for this particular course. suggest you choose one of your own. Then after choosing, you generate a list of all the activities that you intend to do in that particular project. That is from start to finish. You list them down. After listing them down, what you need to do is you allocate time. Like you need this if, like for a start, maybe we talk of site mobilization, that when you are starting the site, when do you want it? You have to factor in this whatever goes in site mobilization, there's the permits, uh, then you have to the start of the works, the actual start of the work, how we'll be tracking on the progress of the works until the handing over process. That's the handing over time. So once you allocate time, you like, I need to start, maybe we can talk of today's 20th October. We say our project will start on site mobilization on 20th of August. Then you keep, yes, I'm saying
Hello,
that.
Sam. Are you sharing the outlook of Primavera?
Oh, not yet, not yet. I
Okay,
was just explaining
okay.
on the whatever that is in my screen. That is the course outline. I was just taking us through the course outline. Then I'll present the software. So as I was saying, uh, I was just taking you through the whatever that is in my PPT, so that I don't have to keep on. Once I open the software, I'll just show you what we take goes on. So that's all for the sessions. We'll be going from one step to the other after installation of the software in our laptops. We're going to now coming up with our project. That is creating a dummy project. After that, we list all the activities with the timeline. Then I'll show you how you incorporate all that to the software until we come to the point, the very last the very last thing we'll do is maybe during once we are done with the whole process, maybe we can have few presenting whatever they were able to come up with from the Adami project. So I hope everything is clear on the course outline. So that basically that what was in my presentation. I won't go into details because not unless you are familiar with the software, that's why you get to understand. So if the very last thing will be saving the project, printing and finalization. That's where you do the presentation of whatever you were able to come up with. So let me present on the software. I'll just start with how you get to stop presenting and now present on the software. Oh, can you still see my screen? Is it up? Uh, I don't know why it's not coming up, but regardless, I think I can present on. See, see. Can you now see my screen? Okay, I want to log into the software. The on the face of it, this is how the software looks like. So once we install, it will give you the setup of uh, inputting your most preferred uh, most preferred password and login name, of which I'll guide you through once we start the actual training because it starts presenting on the face of it. So let me sure. It takes quite some time for some laptops, and so it depends with your laptop graphics. You need to have a good laptop that is able to withhold the software because as you do a lot with it, it tends to take time if at all your laptop is not good enough. So once we finish up, see, I hope you are still following. Uh, Confirm to me you can still see it
Yes, we
because
can.
I am not able to see on my end if when I'm in the software. So this is how the software looks like once it's open. On the file, we have the file where you can add a new project, open any file that you are making adjustments on. You can even close. We have the option of closing page setup. Well, that is now on the finalization. After you have done with everything, you can do the page setup. We have the editing option where you can, like you have done anything in Excel, you want to copy paste it in the software, you can do so. This is the view option. That's if you need to see, like on the screen, on the far side, you see the description of the activities, their duration, start and finish. On this, on my left hand, you see now the Gantt chart of all the activities, how they follow each other. So that's it for now. For the project, you have the activities, the resource assignment, you have the work breakdown structure. This one will be going step by step on the ideally whatever you see on the screen. You have the enterprise. The enterprise will be more of will work more mostly on the enterprise, on the OBS. That is where you put the hierarchy of the leaders in that particular project. We have the project manager at the top, or whoever is who is the lead. You can break down up to the very last the very last person in that project. You can have the costing and what we that we have the tools. Ideally, in the tools is that where you want to. It's just an add-on to whatever that is being presented. You have the admin is where now you see your details, and also This one we have when you need to create a new project. This is where you can tap in. This is when you need to open a new project. It's just more resources on the whole thing. So after finalization, we have the printing option, we have the print review, we have the table where you now if you don't want to see that, then you have the Gantt chart. This now the activity network is now how the activities relates to the other. Um, all these we'll discuss as times goes by in details because at this particular point it's just an introduction ideally. And now after everything is done, here you come, then you review first what the whole thing that you have been doing. Then it will show you the major activity and that activity we have the sub. It keeps on breaking them down in smaller, like for W breakdown, that work breakdown structure ideally is made, you generate it to have to break a task until to the very last item or the task that you intended to do in that thing. So you in the you will set up your page. Either you want it to be landscape, portrait, based on how you see it. Then you can after you can also as well advance to the setting of that thing of the page. Then you print it. You can choose if you have a printer like in an office setup. If it's connected, you can print it. You can print to PDF. Um, I think I've tried to capture everything right from start to the end. Then we have this option. This is where we have the page setup. You can, like, if you want to minimize the number of pages that you did, you can adjust and have everything squeezed in one page. That if whatever you did is that not long enough. Like for mine, this one that I'm using for just for illustration, it was 2 pages. It was just a project that it was a project that I once did. So you have the margin. That's when you set up if it's the on top what you need to give the inches of that sheet. You have the header. Here is where now you put like where on the if you see you have the program of works. We have this called construction implementation portfolio. The file we have proposed. Now we have the project. So here is where you come in to feed in that information. If you want to, like for this one, if I need to change, I can come here, say, once you click modify, then you can say, you can write whatever you need. It's a proposed charge. Then you click OK. After clicking OK, you have to go here and click OK. Then once you continue, is this header. Modify. You click on apply, then OK. I think it's let me just go back in header. Okay, section 3. modify. You have seen it shows the section. You can decide to have the section dividing the whole thing, or you can decide not to have it. And you click apply. And, okay, don't know why it's eliminating, but it should ideally it should come up. But on the face of it, that's it. We have the footers where you can decide to have the Gantt legend showing every color what it means. You can also have decide to have a picture, a revision box, a text. We have section two, the way it captures the if it's page one of two. You have this section you just add on your own if you need it. So I leave the software and present on one of the final product I have of the whole thing now, just leaving the software part of it. Now come here to just go. So after everything is set, this is how the thing will look like on the top based on the section that you added. We have the program of works, we have the whatever that you intended to put there. We have the project name. It will tell you it's a new project. For me, when I start a project, I'll just name it as a new project program of works. Then it will bring the first breakdown structure that I intended to do was pre-construction phase. That's where we have the inception, we have the feasibility study, we have design and planning, obtaining of the permits, bidding and contractor selection. So that's what I was saying when I was starting, when saying that when we'll start the actual training, we'll have the list of all the activities that one intend to do in our projects. That will be a dummy one for that or this matter. Then you allocate the timeline, like for just for illustration, you can say like for project inception, to take, you can give it when you are in the software, you can give it the start date and the timeline that you need to take. It will just generate automatic the finished date, omitting the weekends, although there's a way that you can adjust to have the weekends. Like for most of the construction project, they do work for Saturday half day. There's that option in the calendar when you are doing you do be doing the will be starting the course and now inserting the dates. There's a way I'll show you on how you insert them. Once you are done with the pre-construction phase, you go to construction phase. That's now where I had divided mine for substructure works, and now we have the superstructure works. For substructure works, we have like the site reconnaissance, site mobilization, site office, all that comes in before or when you are doing the substructure works and now setting the base to start your project. As I said, this doesn't solely have to be in construction. Even if you are in other fields and you want to do, you can break it down to have it to have whatever the main elements. Under the main elements, you break it down to sub elements, and the sub element, if you can go further, is still allowed to you still have a leeway to do so. Then superstructure works. Under superstructure works are divided to several parts. We have ground floor. Under ground floor, we have the works that need to goes in there. That's the structural works. And you have the walling, the opening, the finishes. Then we have the first floor. All this, it's something that will go deeper in. Then, as you saw, this is the outcome. When you do your page setup, you'll have the legend showing you what is that if you want to have the software has that option of choosing the legend. If you don't want to have it on that side, you can interchange. If you have its page, the paging option is there. You have the company logo if you want. If you want to have your name. If you want to have the revision, it's still allowed to do so. So I think for this particular introduction, I would say that for just for the introduction part of it, that's what we delve deeper into, and any other adjustment as we align with the now taking incorporating green build as part of the training. Yeah, I welcome any any comments concerning the same, and you are most welcome to undertake the course. It's a pretty simple thing once you get the gist of it. Uh, if you have used one of the, if you have done program of works, I think it would be easy to do so. So thank you. I welcome all the questions. Captain? Okay, thank you, Captain, for that question. Any other? So that I can answer them at a go. I need to check the chat box. Any other question?
Yes, if you have any question, you can also write in the chat box. You can still see it on the chat box. Yes, so this on Primavera P6. Yes, so if you have a question on the same, you can raise your hand or drop your question on the chat box. If you have a comment, you can also do so. You can raise your hand. We can get to see you. Yes. So maybe now for GBA, one thing that we are focusing on. Yes. So you see, most of the we graduate, but you find that we haven't mastered the basic tools, the basic softwares, which we are supposed to understand. That's one of the gap we you see with the professionals, especially the young professionals and the graduates. After learning in school, probably for 4, 5 years, others for 6 years, you still haven't mastered the softwares that you need to understand now as a professional outside here. So as GBA, we saw that gap and we came up with those course outline for the softwares. And the other gap that we realized is on uh, everyone outside here is talking about sustainability, but if you look back to our system, if you look how if we need to go green, how are we prepared for that? And one thing is on capacity building, especially now for the young professions, and now even to going back to even to our students. How are we prepared for these things that we keep on singing every day that we need to go green? How prepared are we? So with that, we came with an integrated course, and for we have right now we are offering 5 courses. The first one being the edge tool. For the edge tool help you is a software that help you to analyze your building if it meets the criteria to be considered as a green building, and we do it at a preliminary stage. This is during the design stage, and also during the construction. After construction, we get to evaluate if your building get to meet the criteria to be considered as a green building. So that's one of the softwares we shall be tutoring on. That's on Edge Tool. We have ArchiCAD, we have Revit, we have Primavera P6, which now is a construction manager, and I believe he has the capacity to take us through that software. That's on Primavera P6. And so for today, it was just an overview on whatever you expect to be doing, on whatever you expect to be learning the course. So, for Primavera 6 P6 is a 4-week course where you get to understand everything. I believe is a big software, large software. You can't master everything at the same time, but you get to understand whatever it's needed for you. And also at the same time, you can get to question if you have any question. And the other thing is also as we are doing the softwares for us for our course outline, we have tried to merge them. We have in our team we have edge expert, which now we are trying to bring the knowledge in edge. Edge is one of the certification softwares that is being used to certify green building. So with that knowledge, we are integrating it with now whatever you need to know to master a software. So for you, after you have taken a course with us, you are guaranteed that you shall get to understand how that software uh, is undertaken, And also on top of that, on understanding the software, you get to even to get the nuggets about even the design, the green design principles that you can integrate in your project. Yes, and we are so considerate because our focus, especially for cohort one, we were trying to focus mostly on young profession, the young graduate, and also the student who are still in school. But starting from cohort two, we shall have another cohort now for corporates. And yes, so but now if you are corporate and you would wish even to join, because there shall be no much different between now. We shall keep on improving on whatever we shall be offering. But now, for the courses, I was to mention on the courses how we are offering the courses at just 4,000. 4,000. Yes, we are so considerate, especially for the young professions. 4,000, but now this is just for cohort one. This is a special offer for cohort one only. Starting cohort two, we shall see a change in it. But so for you, you can take that advantage and register for cohort one. We have the link. I think also, Captain, you can help me even in updating the link for those who would wish to join. Also, we have a community, and in our community, we get to share all information in the industry about uh, green green matters, sustainability. Yes. The other area we are focusing on SGB, we shall be also having free webinars time and again, and we shall be hosting those experts in the industry who have, because talking about sustainability is a wide topic, but we have different niche in sustainability. So we shall be finding, we already have some guests with us who shall come and talk on this specific topic in sustainability. Even as you register in that link, you shall see there's that option. Maybe you wish to understand a certain aspect in sustainability. You can suggest a topic you'd wish we tackle, and we'll get to see how we shall go around it. So also we shall be organizing site visit to probably green project that we have in Kenya. In Kenya right now we are over 100 green buildings, and we are doing good. We are doing good. It's a good progress as a country, even in the African landscape. I, I believe Kenya is far ahead, and now to sustain this move, uh, we need to empower the next generation. We need we need the next generation to be empowered and to know and to be aware of these stuffs and even to become expert. It pains me a lot when I see we get to import labor on such matters, on sustainability, on green, because we lack the capacity. But we have young people who are willing and ready to learn and even uh, go into research more about sustainability. So it's a space that we need to occupy, and we need we need to own this space as now for us in this industry in construction. Yes, so basically that's what GBA is all about, and we are glad to have you all. And probably a recap of last week, we also had some webinars. So we had a webinar on Monday where we tackled the edge tool. On Friday we had another one we tackled on ArchiCAD and how you can use ArchiCAD now even to come up with a green project. Then today we had one by Samuel, our tutor on Primavera P6. Tomorrow we have another one. Yes, tomorrow we have another one on Plan Swift. Yes, for the QS, how you can use that software in costing, and also understand even matters about green materials. Because one thing about edge tool, even you can see the cost implication of choosing this material. If I intend to use this material, what shall this have on the long run, on the how shall it impact my cost? So that's one of the considerations that we shall be doing as, for those who shall enroll for the Plan Swift. And we have a free webinar tomorrow where we shall be undertaken on the overview of whatever we shall be covering on the same. On Friday, we have another webinar where we shall now be tackling the Revit. Revit. Revit, we have our tutor. She shall be sharing on what you should expect by enrolling in that course. So those are the programs we are offering at the time being. But now going forward, we shall starting from cohort 2, we shall have a division where we shall have uh, we shall have different cohorts. It shall be cohort 2, but it shall have for students and also for corporate. But right now, I believe, because I see, like, now to enroll in such courses, like now for to understand edge, it's not a small amount. Now, if you consider now for the young generation, for the young profession, and even to the student, it can be quite difficult for them to afford such. Yeah, so that's why we saw it wise even to consider the young profession. But also starting from next cohort, we shall be having that category for those who may be a bit ahead. Yes. So basically, that's it about GBA. And if you have any question, you can raise it. Yes. And I see we are almost through. We are supposed to end at 5. Now, this is a time where we get to the Q&A question session. And I invite Captain to lead us in this session. Karibu sana, Captain.
Okay, sorry, I lost my network. To answer the very first question on the difference between P6 and Microsoft projects, P6, as I said when I was starting, is more advanced compared to Microsoft projects. It's just like an advancement of whatever was existing, in that it's more complex, and it gives you a leeway to handle more projects at a go. On how you can get the P6, I can share once we start with the training, the documents to install the software. Joel? Go ahead, Piram.
Okay, thank you. My question is, what are the most common mistakes that new users to Primavera P6 may be make when they are setting up a project? Yeah,
Yeah, come on.
oh, sorry.
Just
What are the
to
common, what are the most common mistakes that new users to Primavera P6 make when setting up a project? Thank you.
the common mistake one may tend to make is when you start to list the very least activity uh, as a common element, so you find it hard to break the task down. Like you saw in the presentation, we had the pre-construction phase. If you start with, say, project inception, you find many when you have not listed, as I said, we list down all the activities in a, let's say, in a book, and you allocate time. Now you get the main activity, and that main activity you break it down smaller by smaller to the very last task as you assign time. Also, another mistake is on the how the tasks follow each other. You can't talk of construction phase when the pre-construction phase has not started. So when you are doing your scheduling, you have to factor in the timelines. I think those are the common mistakes that most people tend to make. And also when it comes to printing, that's now when you are modifying the page, you find that if you don't do the modification, you may end up when saving having a lot of pages, like 20, each page having a small content of which you, if you took your time to do the print preview before printing, you could have ended with a very solid document that can be used in a site meeting to discuss in a site meeting. And you now, after discussion and approval, you pin it in the project that you execute. Yeah. Have I answered your question?
Okay, thank you. Let's pray. Dear Lord Father God, we come before you this evening, God. We thank you